At the end of the day, the product you deliver to your customer is how good and consistent that brigade is. There is a little bit misconception with a lot of people who come with a high aspiration. I want to be a chef. I want to be this. I want to be that. But they don't want to go through the grind. And it's the grind what perfects you at the end of the day. Once you peel 1,000 potatoes, peeling potatoes is going to be fun for you. It's not going to be a work. A lot of people say, hey, chef, I want to go abroad. I want to go abroad. I sometimes tell them, I said, wait until you're ready, until you can face anything without fear. When I was a little kid, that pizza with pineapple was already there in the menus in pizzeria,
Okay.
right? It's not a new invention.
Okay.
We used to call it pizza Hawaii. It's usually what children eat, okay, because it suits
Sweet.
for them. I can't go in a kolhapuri restaurant and say, please don't make anything spicy. Then they say, why? You come to a kolhapuri restaurant.
Well, talking about the younger chefs, right? What do you think young chefs often misunderstand about working internationally?
Young chefs, you mean young Italian chefs or?
No, just anybody, like in your experience, whether it is in India or abroad. And I'm sure you must have come across a lot of young chefs within probably your team or, yeah, when you were abroad, something that they misunderstand about working internationally because they have the aspiration of, progressing and probably moving ahead, moving out of India or moving out of that, like you moved out of Italy. So there's something like, that is misunderstood about this culinary world. It may look like, how do I say, not like a glam, but a lot of fame that you probably might get. And everybody wants to become, I can't say famous, but have some degree of success, as it looks like if you look at Netflix, the cooking shows and stuff, and you look at the competition, cooking competitions, and you do feel that, okay, I want to do something like this because I want to be on the TV but is there something that you feel like the young chefs misunderstand? Probably because of the television, what is showing, or I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, see, being a chef is not easy. You have to be stretchable to a very big extent.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of young people misunderstand the creativity and the hunger they're having to cook or create dishes for themselves with being in a restaurant brigade, right? In a restaurant brigade, you might peel potatoes for
Yeah.
hours, right? If then later you say, no, but I'm better than that,
Uh.
great.
Okay.
Don't be in a kitchen brigade. Be your own. Cook at home. Make people happy in what you do, right? Kitchen brigade is a very structured army, you can say, right? Everybody has his job to do, and everybody has to do the job to its best level.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's me as well, if people are sick or not show up to work or whatever it is, I have to go over there and peel potatoes.
Okay.
I can't say, no, I'm here, the chef. I don't do this anymore because I'm too good. That means you have not understood what means being a chef.
Flexible.
You have to be flexible, right? You're all on the same boat. At the end of the day, the product you deliver to your customer is how good and consistent that brigade is, right? So there is a little bit misconception with a lot of people who come with a high aspiration. I want to be a chef. I want to be this. I want to be that. But they don't want to go through the grind, And it's the grind what perfects you at the end of the day, right? Once you peeled 1,000 potatoes, peeling potatoes is going to be fun for you. It's not going to be a work or a task anymore, right? And you do it better. And now peeling potato is just a
Yeah, but I have seen that in
vague
the
example.
MasterChef as well, the cooking
Sometimes you
competitions.
have to do garnishes,
Yeah.
1 hour, 2 hour, just garnishes, whatever it is.
Maybe
That's fine.
the fishing, the scaling of the fishes,
Exactly.
right?
But that's what makes you later on a chef, because now you are perfectly trained on how to scale a fish. You scale it with ease. Another chef will take an hour to scale one fish, you do it in 10 minutes, right? But once you oppose to that job because you think you're better than that, because you already have the creative mind, I'm already
Yeah, I want to kind of maybe go faster.
yeah. I know already how to cook this and this and that. Then you don't have to you don't have understood the position of or their job as a chef, right? I mean, I'm now a chef, right? And I make more recipes, menus. I check,
Curate.
yeah,
You
I check
curate.
what the guys are doing. I taste and do whatever it is. Trust me, I was doing like peeling work, scaling work,
You did that.
cutting work until I had blisters and everything, until I was crying, because everything hurt. It's the grind you have to go through.
So can we say that whether you are doing this job as part of the team, or whether you want to be just locally here, or do you want to kind of go abroad? I think the whole the process is the same.
The process is the same.
Same, yeah.
The process is the same. I only say one thing. Here in India, we still have the luxury to have big brigades, right? In Europe, sometimes you find a restaurant with 80 covers, 90 covers, or whatever it is. They may have only 2 chefs. There will be you and the head chef, and maybe 1 or 2 dishwashers in your kitchen brigade. That's it. I mean, this is it. Yeah. That means you hurry up on what you have to do and do it nicely, or you're not sustaining. I give always a good advice. A lot of people say, hey, chef, I want to go abroad. I want to go abroad. I sometimes tell them, I said, wait. Yeah. Wait until you're ready, until you can face anything without fear. Right? Now here, everybody's a little bit, I do this, I do that, Then later they go abroad, and after 1 week, they come back to India and say, what happened?
Really?
Yeah, I had people like that. I said, what happened? Didn't work out. So why didn't it work out? I said, yeah. So you got to be passionate about. Yeah, there's no way back. I didn't want to be a chef, or you shouldn't do it. No, it's like when it's in any other job the same way.
That's
I would say.
true.
Whatever you do, you should do it 100%. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Say like in any industry, in any work, The more you fail, the better your future is.
Exactly.
And the phase of experimentation and failing is, it may look in the moment painful,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
get
No,
the results
it
much
grows
later.
you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it
People
grows.
should not be afraid to fail. But they should not fail because I just don't want to do it. You know, that's the difference. Right? Otherwise, yeah.
Well, I'm coming to the last segment, last question. In this culinary landscape of India, as we discussed that, more and more locals are traveling and then have global palate. They like the global flavors, right? And in Pune itself, you've seen it, how this has grown. You will see a lot of restaurants with modern food. The interiors are fantastic. How do you see this shift influencing your work? Is this something that is kind of, I can't say bothering you, but how do you plan to stay ahead of this competitive and curious food scene? There is a lot of curiosity about food and there is a lot of competition around. But I must say that, oh, as much as I have seen around, the restaurants, they look stunning. But when it comes to the food is unfortunately the same. What is your observation around this?
Well, what I say, yeah, new restaurants are coming up.
Yeah.
And as you rightfully said, they look stunning, right? I mean, kudos to the interior designers.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
something works very well in that direction. There's a lot of new chefs who are coming up as well, who have been abroad, who now came back to India and who want to kind of maybe combine their experience abroad with the Indian cuisine.
Yeah.
Some have very, very good success. Some not as much, which is okay. I mean, and how do I cope with that? I mean, Sorriso here is authentic Italian, right? We focus more on how authentic Italian food is. As I told you before, I like to do progressive Italian when it comes to uh, wine dinners. Yeah, some progressive Italian dishes on the menu, but it's more
classical. Can I say that classical, or am I wrong? Progressive.
Yeah, no. Here it's more classical, right? I mean, it's straightforward. As I said, progressive only on wine dinners, on special occasions. We do that. See, end of the day, the food scene here in Pune, slowly, is changing as well. I hope it will change for the better. And I hope that the chefs who are over here and who are working don't let the customer dictate their direction. That would be absolutely the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I know I know the market is a little bit more difficult towards bigger cities like Mumbai and Delhi because you have it's a very niche market.
Yeah.
If it comes to upscale restaurants, a lot of people do a fantastic job here in Pune. Few new openings where I went to also. Amazing. The atmosphere, you go in there, the service is great.
And there, if I have to be honest, I have known Sorriso since years. I've had the opportunity of having your signature dishes to the most popular ones in the menu. What I feel is the authentic food which will not go out of fashion, will always remain.
Yeah, it will. Well, thank you very much for that statement. Yeah.
I mean, it is sometimes as a chef, as a restaurant, it is worrying as to how do I keep up the market, keep up the competition. One cannot change the interiors often. You cannot, of course, move on from Italian to some completely different cuisine. You have to be consistent. You have to be authentic. You have to have bit of progressive element in your food, but not to really be fearful of the competition.
Yeah. And well, as I always said, be innovative, start being, I mean, yeah, since there are not many Italian restaurants
Mhm.
around in Pune,
Mhm.
or yeah, some are around, but I don't define them as Italian. They're, how you could say,
Yeah, they're more into pizzeria, if I'm not wrong.
not a pizzeria, nothing wrong with a pizzeria. I think they're more, how you call it, is very advanced ingredient based
Okay.
Italian cuisine. Uh,
Experimentative.
very experimental. Yeah, but in the different direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but don't get me wrong, it's nobody's fault because at the end of the day, it should be I mean, everyone who has experienced authentic Italian cuisine, it should be also our responsibility to teach or to tell a customer, yeah, you don't put corn and spinach in a pasta, or
Pineapple.
yeah, or you don't have an aglio olio with vegetables,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, pineapple on pizza I can still understand, right?
Okay.
I'm may one of
You
the
are progressive in that case.
No, I'm not progressive in that case. Okay. Um, when I was a little kid, that pizza with pineapple was already there in the menus in pizzeria,
Okay.
right? It's not a new invention.
Okay.
We used to call it pizza Hawaii.
Yeah,
It was
Hawaiian
with-
pizza.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hawaiian pizza. It was with cooked ham and pineapple. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very common in the pizzerias, even in Italy.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. You know, it's still common in some Italian pizzerias, not all of them, of course, because now a lot of people say, nah, no pineapple on pizza. And this. Yes, you should not put pineapple on every piece of pizza, right? You know, there is the Hawaiian pizza. That's what's meant with the pineapple, and that is it. It's usually what children eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, because it suits
Sweet.
for them,
Yeah, yeah.
right? It's like on the children menu all the times. But yeah, otherwise, it is our responsibility to teach people uh, how to eat the authentic way, right? I would expect the same if I would go in an Indian restaurant, right? I would expect the same that people would tell me this is the authentic way, right? I can't go in a Kolhapuri restaurant and say, please don't make anything spicy.
That's true.
I don't want spicy. Then they say, why? You come to a Kolhapuri restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, why?
Yeah.
So the same way. I say, okay, fine, try it. It's too spicy for you. Sorry, it might not be your food. You know?
You know, the food is kind of the culture as well. It is not just the foodie. And there is a heritage that you need to protect. So when you say being authentic, it is not because you can't try modern food
Yeah.
or more complicated dish, but it just to also keep that region was known for that ingredient or that recipe. We have to maintain, we have to protect that recipe. Otherwise, if everybody starts to deconstruct or demolish,
Exactly. You start, as I said, and then Italian restaurants are created where you go inside, where not one dish is Italian.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
it's anything else. But the belief of the customer is still, oh, we eat Italian food, right? So, you know where I'm going, right?
Yep.
So, it should be, things should be like they should be. As I said,
Yes.
flexibility is a different topic towards, and a customer preference, it is a customer preference. As much as it goes, I try to do it.
Mhm.
And otherwise, I will tell the customer. I said,
Yeah.
listen, I have sometimes customer they come and say, no, I want penne and spaghetti mixed together.
Huh.
I'm like,
Possible? No.
no,
No.
no. See, it is, I don't know. This is what it is. It's like I'm ordering a roti. Put me a,
With the pav, maybe.
Yeah, put me
Roti and pav. But those are like two different carbs. You
Yeah.
can't mix it. So a penne has a different shape and a spaghetti is completely different. The way you eat it is also different. Yeah.
Yeah, you know. That's
Well,
what it is.
so far I understood that you need to be flexible when you are entering this industry and keep the authentic self expressed through the food, but still continue to experiment and see where it leads you.
Exactly. Be more. See, for example, I travel a lot.
Mm.
I travel a lot. I look a lot at different restaurants, also here in India, and I see Indian restaurants. They become more progressive as well, beautifully progressive.
Is there something that you feel you will stick to in spite of all the competition around?
Yeah, you have to stick to whatever you do best. I mean, if authentic is the best you can do, if classic is the best you can do, then you should stick to it. I mean, um, you can always try progressive dishes. You can always try something new, but you need to see if the audience who comes to your restaurant is actually well receiving it as well.
That's also true.
You know,
Yeah, of course, like you having your own restaurant, right? To have your own restaurant where you can try the progressive recipes.
no, you
Also,
you could, or straight away you come in with that perception.
Yeah.
I do modern Italian. I mean, nowadays in Italy, anyways, although to the anger of tourism,
yeah.
um, because a lot of people, when they go to Italy, some of them are disappointed or misled.
Misled.
Misled, you know. See, I travel a lot in Italy as well. For example, I was 4 years ago, no, before Corona. I was traveling to Florence,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
Basically, behind Florence, there is a beautiful restaurant. It's a friend of mine. She has 2 Michelin stars. We used to work here together in India as well. We did a collaboration. And I always go and visit her. Now, lately, not anymore as much. And so, because she stayed in the Tuscan hills, so I told her, I said, I want to go to Florence. I want to see the Uffizi, because I never seen the Uffizi, right?
What's that?
That is basically the art gallery of Florence, right? Where you have all the ancient art. Yeah. You have your Leonardo da Vinci paintings in there. You have a lot of old Roman art, which is thousands of years old. It's a must museum. If you like the Louvre in Paris, then you go to the Uffizi in Florence.
Okay.
Fantastic. So over there at that square, the Uffizi is something you have to do in, like, say, 5-6 hours. I mean, for me, because I like art as well.
Is it the same like Montmartre in Paris? Outside the Sacré-Cœur, you will have all these artists, or am I completely wrong? That's like a market though, but they will show their art, and then it takes also a couple of hours that you go through it and then enjoy some.
No, the Uffizi is quite big. It's like a museum. It's like a building.
Okay.
It's a building itself. It's like the Louvre, right? When you go in the Louvre, I mean, you go underground and that's the museum, and then you keep on going here and here and there. So you need some time, right? You don't rush it. So in the lunch break, I went out and I went to a restaurant on the piazza over there, right? On the famous square. Yeah, on the famous square in Florence.
Yeah.
Right? I went in there and I said, I have eaten so bad. I thought I'm not in Italy anymore. And you bang on the square.
Okay.
You know, same in Rome. And I went to the Vatican and I went down that road which goes into the Vatican. There are left and right all these restaurants.
Yeah. Amazing food.
Amazing, nothing. I lost it. I thought we are selling our heritage of food. You know, the food was so bad.
Was bad? Did you say that?
Bad.
Oh.
So the more touristy it gets, the worse the Italian
Okay,
food
got it.
is interpreted.
Yeah.
You know, because maybe the authentic way is not working. Maybe we're shifting to something which everybody would like. For the name, of course, at the end of the day, we need to understand it as well because um, people are here for business.
Yep.
Right. So I'd rather have 1,000 people telling me, yeah, the food is good, and 5 people telling you who knows maybe about food. I say, listen,
That's not
stop
good.
doing what you're doing. I said, 5 people are not making your paycheck. You know, it's 100 who are doing it. So yeah, I get that. But as I said, uh, people get sometimes misled when they go to Italy about
Got it.
Italian food, you know, because they're just going in way too touristy spaces, right? Like the perception that pizza should be crispy.
It's
Right?
not?
Pizza should be never crispy. You know, number one, Italians eat pizza with fork and knife. We
Okay.
eat pizza with fork and knife,
Okay.
right? And in order to have it with fork and knife, can't have it crispy, right? You need to lap.
Yes, yeah, you have
You
to
need to
fold
lap it over, right?
Yeah.
So your pizza is always soggy.
Ah,
Not soggy, but it's soft.
soft.
You know, soft, right?
And normally here in India, the most popular thing is of crusty,
Crusty,
yeah,
crispy.
yes, crispy, crusty pizza with crust or filled in crust. That's the most progressive, modern, and
I would say it is.
experimentative,
I think it's
reconstructed.
that's American Italian cuisine we're talking
yeah.
about now. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wouldn't find it in Italy though. Yeah,
Can imagine.
definitely not. As I said, Italy is very straightforward in pizzas. Either you have a pizza napoletana, which is the thick borders,
Yeah.
right, and still a thin crust, or you have the pizza romana, which is a thin crust pizza. That's it. But thin crust pizza always has that hint of crispiness,
Yeah.
right? Because thin crust, right? If you hear thin crust, you automatically think crispy. No, it's not. It's an Italian custom to eat your pizza with fork and knife. Therefore, you fold it over.
I'm learning. This is a very learning episode for me.
And it's okay. You're not the first one.
Not just for me, but for the audience as well. Yes, perfect.
I mean, I'm sure who travels Italy has experienced that.
Yeah.
The other problem is then when you go in these touristy places, the
Yeah.
pizzas are lying so long because you eat pizza by the slice, right? Which is also a new invention in Italy, right? We used to never have that.
You don't make the parts.
No, the only roadside shop which would sell pizza would be a pizza al taglio, for example, which is a square pizza. It's a very thick crust,
Okay.
more like a bread-oriented
Really? What is it called?
pizza al taglio. Pizza al taglio, that means pizza to the cut.
It's a
And there were small shops. You used to go in there and they have in these
the
vitrines.
individual one that you just have a bite and on the go kind of thing. Is that
Yeah. They give you a paper and
Yes.
a
yeah,
square of
yeah.
pizza. You used to cut it like that. Take it, put it in the oven to reheat and give it to you. At the end of the day, it was like a kind of a pizza sandwich or open sandwich because it's only open. So that's the authentic pizza to take away.
Right.
We never used to make these huge pizzas. I mean, nowadays you go there, the pizzas are this huge as this table, and they cut them and they leave them in the vitrines over there for I don't know how many hours under the sun. Of course, they get crispy.
But I've seen also in New York, the pizzas are indeed quite wide, and the way you talk about the square or the rectangular ones, they have the triangle ones, the individual triangle-shaped pieces of pizza that is then eaten as a sandwich, like individual.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, we need to progress a little bit, but yeah, sometimes progress is not for the better. I don't know. In that way, I'm still a traditionalist. That's why I always say you should never put in an aglio olio any kind of form of vegetable.
Yeah.
You should have aglio olio means garlic, olive oil,
Parmesan,
and no chili. aglio olio
Yeah,
pepperoncino.
but also on the top, what comes?
Yeah, you can. Later,
Cheese.
of course. You can put cheese on any pasta except seafood pasta,
Yeah, yeah.
right? That's fine. That is all allowed, you know. But yeah, aglio olio here can be sometimes very
Variations
sophisticated,
are a lot. Yes. Well,
you know. As I said, the misconception is pasta is like noodle, no?
yes.
We just pick our ingredients and throw that in.
Yep.
Nope. The pastas are here to eaten as,
Yep.
I don't know, a butter chicken,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't say I want broccoli in my butter chicken.
No. No, bro.
No Indian chef would do that. We
Butter
understand.
chicken, yeah, butter chicken cannot be with any other vegetable. It is the way it is. I don't know if that it has also come to your uh, in your restaurant that some customers will come saying that the pasta is uncooked
Yeah.
because they don't understand what is al dente.
You can educate them.
Okay.
You can say, yeah, that's the way I'm eating the pasta, which we eat pasta al dente,
Yeah.
not because we like it more crunchy. Well, pasta anyways is not crunchy, but not
Exactly,
because we
no.
like it more
Kind of a
more
bite.
tough or a bite
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
It's because pasta is easier to digest. An overcooked pasta must be the heaviest load you're giving to your gut.
Really?
Yeah. You know, um,
I didn't know that.
no good. That's why you eat pasta al dente, you know, because it's easier digestible. That's why the risotto al dente, rice,
Also, yes, yeah.
keep it a little al dente. No, it's not as tragic as with the pasta because it's easier digestible. We have to give a lot of credit also to a lot of people who have traveled the world and who know what is authentic and not.
Mm.
See, I get sometimes to some surprise a plate sent back and they say, hey, the pasta is overcooked. Okay, no problem. I'll make you a nice fresh al dente. Thank you for telling me.
Mm.
As I said, I love when
That's
people are telling me that. You know, all the tourists who go to the feeds, you know, they want out, they want fast food.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to spend an hour.
Yeah.
Which again, I never get it because if I take a lunch break on my vacation, I want to savor it, right? I am on vacation, you know, I am on vacation. I want to enjoy a glass of wine. I want to enjoy a good pasta. I want to enjoy, I don't know, a good meal.
Yeah.
You know, I am on vacation. Otherwise, I go to a McDonald's. No, sometimes when I'm driving a lot,
Yeah.
on the Italian highway because I want to go here to there. I want to keep a good pace, right? Then for a lunch break, I just go over there, have a sandwich out
Done. On the go.
on the go. You know, nothing to it, you know. But if I enter in a restaurant, I have chosen to be on leisure.
But you know what? In some cooking shows, I've seen that the authentic ones are in a very, very small lane in a corner, which is not fancy looking. And you have to look at such places, not the fancy ones, not around the touristic spots. Go a little bit.
Yes and no.
Right?
Yes and no. See, I think, a lot of people also opened. It's the same in England, right? If you go into Indian restaurants, right, half of them are run by Bangladeshi and Pakistani, right?
That's true.
Right. So it's the same. The Italian restaurants are run not by Italians; they're run by other people.
I'll give you an example. So before getting married, so when I got married to my husband, and we tried some restaurants, some Italian food, pizzas and pastas from some place in Corega Park. Then we had a honeymoon in Venice. First time I had aglio olio, and I said like, oh, where is the flavor? The one that is in India in Pune was far more better. I said because that's how I was introduced to Italian food first time. And when you actually have an authentic Italian food, you start to compare with the one that is actually not authentic and the one that is right in front of you, which is authentic, and you don't connect with that. And then you start to realize, I don't like this. I don't like this authentic one. So I think that is the one that is also for you. You struggle sometimes with having some customers who come with some expectations in terms of palate.
Yeah. But as I said, see, the best way The best way to do it is direct. Talk to your server, talk to the chef.
Yeah.
Say, hey, listen, I function that way,
Yeah.
right? I would like to have this.
Mm.
Is it possible? Yes or no? I mean, as I always say, flexibility in hospitality is a must.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not here to judge anyone because anyone wants to have whatever it is. But there might be a possibility that he never experienced the authentic version. Or it's the same with me. I mean, before I came to India over here, I have eaten Indian food, which is classified as Indian food.
Yes.
Where now I'll go back and I say,
That's not Indian.
that was never Indian food. That was never Indian food. That was something else.
And this is a very interesting conversation that we are having. Yeah, yeah.
Indian inspired, maybe.
Indian inspired, yeah. We call it influenced, inspired, influenced.
Yeah.
But this is a very sad part of the influence of the cross cultural, I feel. So I didn't expect to kind of touch on this topic, but what I found out, it's quite interesting. Cross cultural in the food is not really positive. How do I say that?
It's not really possible. It's not true. It doesn't match all the times.
Yeah, match all the time. Yeah.
Match all the times. There are very, very, there are dishes which I would love to do, but I don't do it out of,
Yeah.
I think Italians would stone me to that then.
Yeah.
I just don't do that, but I would think it would go very well. But that's something for maybe a progressive.
Completely different
Yeah.
theme based restaurant, probably.
Yeah, something different, no?
Yeah.
Could make a beautiful bolognese with keema pao, no? With
Oh
the
my
keema, no?
The bolognese sauce.
Well,
becomes-
make a lasagna out of it or something.
No.
Cannelloni.
Bolognese. Yeah.
Something like that, like who said why it should be not good? Could be,
Yes.
be great. I'm sure people would love it.
But just one time that I tried, what is keema? Right? The minced meat.
Yeah.
Quite similar to like bolognese. So I had a combined keema with pasta, spaghetti pasta.
Yeah, it's okay.
And it was not much of a, how do I say, clash flavor.
Yeah, exactly. It's not too much of a clash, right? I mean, it's okay. I mean, you have famous Indian chefs who are clashing a little bit
It
with
is.
Western. You have Manish Mehrotra, right? The guy from Indian Accent, who opened up Indian Accent, right?
Oh.
He's not there anymore with the restaurant.
Okay.
He's moved on his own. But he is a prime example, no? He does kulchas with blue cheese and bacon. He does different stuff. I mean, see, you don't clash too much here with... it's like, I want a spicy bolognese. It's fine. You want a spicy bolognese, no problem. Back home, we also sometimes make a spicy bolognese, right?
More cayenne pepper, more piri piri.
Yeah, we put induja in there, right?
What's that?
Right, that's a spreadable pork sausage,
Okay.
which is very, very spicy. And it melts in your sauce, basically. But it makes it very, very spicy. Very spicy. If I talk very spicy, like Kolhapuri style spicy.
Really?
Yes.
And Italians have spicy food like that?
Well, they do, yeah. Certain regions. Calabria, for example, is known for his more intense intense heat. Even South Italy, yes. Very good.
This is interesting.
Yeah, but even back home, see, it's not that Italians are against spicy. We do eat spicy, but when we want, on our terms and conditions, not on a daily basis, right? Which here, local people also not eat on daily basis spices. If you look at the old Mughal cuisine or the old Nawab cuisine and everything, Nizam cuisines, they're very, very, very well balanced, Their biryanis used to be very fragrant. Now sometimes you have biryanis, you have one spoon of, and you're not able to talk for 2 days,
2 days.
because everything is burnt.
Yeah. Authentic, experimental, flexible. Yeah. Food can really take a lot of shapes based on the culture, your experiences. But I think we really had a lovely, lovely conversation today. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. This was really like a masterclass learning, as I said before, and a lot of things I really didn't know about, right from the pizza being soft to the pork butter or spicy thing that you mentioned about
Then
the regions which are into spicy food, to the food culture, which is really because of tourism not doing well in Italy. Really was interesting today. Thank you so much for your time. And for the ones who are watching, do watch this video with a lot of open mind, because you will hear some authentic self of Chef Christian Huber. And if you are visiting Pune, do visit Sorriso restaurant, which is based in near Koregaon Park. The address will be shared below. And also follow Chef Christian Huber's Instagram. Follow his journey and do see where he is coming up as the guest chef, because you will be in a treat to have something from him. Thank you so much, Christian.
Thank you very much. And thank you again to all the people also who come and visit me here at the restaurant. All of them who have tried my food and hope more come and try.
For sure.
Please.
And also, thank you for the restaurant that you you gave it the opportunity to shoot this episode in the restaurant itself.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It was my pleasure here. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much, and see you in the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you very much.